Hello? Hello, 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 hello. I gotta stop doing the hello. Gotta do hello. Happy Friday, whoever's here. Today we will animate with puppy snores. Let's see. I always think about updating my playlist a little bit too late. And every time I start streaming, I'm like, dang it, and I gotta use my old playlist. But anyway.
Sounds like when we're doing a show, and we're like, oh man, speaking in print, those are the days before.
Yeah, basically. That's how it is. I was actually thinking of doing a cat print order soon too. So, I don't know if you want to start thinking of that or not. Because it's funny because I feel like every time I order cat print, I'm also ordering packing peanuts. And I'm running low on packing peanuts. So it's like, oh, hey Spongy! How are ya? How you doing? Happy Friday. Tired but good. I'm kind of the same way right now. Like, I'm content, but I'm like tired. I don't really have a good reason for being tired. I mean, I went to the gym, but eh. Ooh, workout hobbies. Yeah. Yeah. Get it. Alright. Let's see. Let's do Peter Crouch. Let's just put actually the whole thing on shuffle. See what we get. We might get some weird singing. We always get weird singing. Alright. Judo and boxing, but have been learning Muay Thai. Oh shit, we're gonna get beat up by Sponge. Hi Ethan, how are you? It's kicking your butt, literally. Well, I mean, it's good to do that muscle confusion, Spongy, so props to you, man. That's good for you. Oh my god, I updated my my Photoshop recently, and they were like, oh yeah, sorry, we reset all your stuff, so get used to it or something. And I'm like, okay. And then everything is super laggy too. I don't know what's up with this, but I'm not happy with this update whatsoever. Thanks, Ethan. This is my Journey June character. Today I'm going to be animating her. So, usually on the stream during June we work on our Journey Junes. And I thought to mix it up today, I would do something a little different, which is to animate it. And everybody usually seems to enjoy the animation streams, so why not? Right? Why not? It's also glasses day today because I'm lazy and contacts seem way too much of a commitment right now. And if I'm not doing a lot of cons, just using contacts for streams is kind of just like, you know, it's like, why? It feels like a waste of money. So, hey trolls. Yeah, they can be. I actually bought these specifically to wear with my elf outfit because they're more thematic than my normal glasses, so works. Journey June is a thing. Here's all the information you need. Though, honestly, this is probably the best synopsis. Yeah, Photoshop just got weird, and I haven't updated, admittedly, in... No, I don't remember last time I updated. Maybe that's why. I don't know. Something about it is just totally funky. I don't know what happened. Okay, So, man, I've gotten kind of far away from her original design. So what's funny is, this is my character for Journey June. She is a clover pip, so her head is part of a clover flower, and her body is actually a 4-leaf clover. So, during June, we actually do a story over the whole month of June. Every day is a different part of the hero's journey, if you're familiar with the hero's journey. And the whole point is to have a story by the end of June. And we did this so that people who have never made a story before can actually feel what it's like to, you know, go through the motions of creating a story from start to finish. Because a lot of people want to, they just never do. Or they don't know how to start, or, you know, any reasons really. So we wanted to make it easy for people to not only start it, but to finish it. So the whole idea is to make a story via thumbnails and roughs, things like that. So I'm going to show you how rough these actually get, because my roughs are rough. So, okay. I'm trying to find one that's pretty vindictive, not vindictive, of her. Okay, so on the screen is her actual pin, right? I've actually made pins of her that look like this. Do you see them? Let me see if I can see that. Yeah, so, I mean, they're that exact picture on an enamel pin. That's really hard to say, by the way. An enamel pin. But during June, she looks like this, which is a lot less detailed, but for the challenge itself, it makes more sense to have them be dumbed down so people can actually just, you know, read the story as it goes easily, and for the people actually making the story to create it easily. So it's a really fun challenge, and I think it's good for people that want to be storytellers to actually follow through with it and try it, and then they can find out if they actually like the process. And if they don't, they could just stay illustrators, or if they do love it, that's one story in the bank, you know? So, oh, thank you, Spongy. Oh, really, Maltart? Did you already get your package? Hi, by the way. Oh, Katia, hi. How you doing? Doris, welcome. Oh yeah, duh. I forgot you're in Chicago. Oh my god. That's like in a day. So you got them? You like them? Did it work out? Did I do okay? I hope I got your warlock on point. Oh good. I'm so glad. Thank you, trolls. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's me and Galvasaur, so we both kind of co-run it. He actually did a really great IG live the other day about comics, because he has more of a comic background and I have more of an animation background, but both of those industries have a solid foundation in like storyboarding and, you know, shots and compositions and flow and all that stuff. So we bring a lot to the table, you know, from both sides of it, that we can both agree on a bunch of stuff, but we also have little things that the other one can offer that the other one can't. So it's pretty fun. Thanks, Ethan. Right? Spongy, I'm finding year 2 to be pretty difficult. We were talking about this on Gabe's stream on Wednesday, and for some reason, like, there's a psychological thing that's going on with year 2. I don't know. What about you, Katia? How do you feel about this year? You did it last year, too. Oh my god, Photoshop, get with it. Alright. I'll tell you what. Is it gonna let me? Alright, I'm gonna do this instead. I'm gonna have her over there. She's gonna be peeping. So I can just have her there. Because I don't want her in the same document that I'm gonna be animating. So I took animation 2 games, and I was in the games industry for 10 years. And I ended up being in mobile games, and it sucked the life out of me. So I ended up just getting out of games completely. and now I'm just doing freelance illustration and stuff, but I still like to animate when I can because it's fun for me. But my ultimate goal is to keep making books that I write and illustrate. But yeah, I had that games background too, man. But depending on where you are, like, I feel like the company can make or break how you feel about games, like, forevermore. It kind of sucks. I'm gonna move my video up here because it's a little silly. You find it easier. Awesome. That's great. I'm like struggling with, I think the fact last year's was so much more intricate, and I like the characters, I think, a lot more. This year is very, I'm gonna say, baby. Like, it feels like a Fisher-Price story, so I'm not being pushed too hard. But what's funny is I'm actually toying with some more dark themes than last year even. What? Her snoring?
No, it's not really no alarms go.
Oh, weird. Yeah, mobile games just, I'm gonna say 100% suck. Like, if you're in the industry of mobile games, there's like, I don't know, I feel like there's no good feeling with it. Because you're making something that's kind of an addiction-based thing, you know? You're like, hold on, there we go. Like, mobile games are basically based on hooking people, and it's a bad intention.
Here's another thing, like, this morning I brought up the fact that, like, in the next, like, 2 or 3 years, there's not going to be, like, a portable gaming system for kids. And I mean, like, yeah, you could probably still find a 3DS pretty cheap, but no one is developing games for it, right? And even then, like, if you want to get a 2DS, it's like $100. I know the Game Boy Advance was like $100 and stuff like that, but I feel like if they're not gonna make another mobile, like, portable gaming system, like, kids can't afford no, like, Switch, you know? And, like, also it's, you don't want a kid to be walking around with a Switch, right? And then I realized, oh wait, no, they have cell phones, right? Maybe, if you're lucky, or an iPad, maybe, if you're lucky. Whereas, like, I know a lot of poor kids that had a Game Boy, right? Because they were easy to get. Like, to add on to your point about,
Mobile games sucking?
Mobile games and, like, sucking them in, and, like, freemium games. Like, 99% of mobile games are freemium. Unless you pay for a full-out game, that's actually pretty good, right?
But freemium is basically pay to play.
Yeah, and usually the games are okay. And they're, like, kind of like, alright. And, like, imagine, like, all the RPGs that kids aren't gonna play. You know, like, because you have to pay for an RPG, mostly, if it's gonna be a good RPG on mobile, but, I don't know, man, what are the kids of, you know, like 10, 20 years from now, what are they going to be, you know, like those game developers, what are they going to be developing? Like Fortnite knockoffs? Like, I don't know, it sucks.
I don't think people are going to have time for handheld anything, honestly. If I had to, like, put my money on it, it's just games are going to probably just get bigger as home consoles. Like, VR is going to get more immersive. Like that one Microsoft presentation where it included your entire room. Yeah. Like, I feel like that's going to just power up, and then if games are handheld, they're going to simplify and just be on phones and stuff. But that's just speculation.
I think that the biggest problem is that all mobile games are like, you know, they just suck the kids in. Whereas, like, man, you could play like a Final Fantasy game on your Game Boy for weeks.
Ethan, cool. That's great. Word of caution though, make sure you look into whatever company you're going to be applying or shooting towards. Try not to set your sights too high and say, like, you know, you want to work for Riot or Blizzard or anything like that. Start researching kind of the lower companies so you can work up to those, because unless you're like bang and awesome good, everybody knows it, you're not going to probably get Blizzard or Riot right away. So start lower and then you can work up to those. But make sure, you know, even in that lower scale, that you find a company that, you know, maybe talk to the employees or something and see if they're like, happy. Because games it's turning into kind of a sweatshop scenario, even in America. Everyone I know that's in games is not happy.
Yeah.
Even the people that work for really good companies aren't happy. Like, we have friends that work at Riot, and there's been lots of controversy lately with Riot.
Look at all the
So,
walkouts.
yeah, tons of walkouts lately. So it's either you're getting overworked, underpaid, if you're a woman, sometimes mistreated. Like, unfortunately, it's a whole bunch of crap, man. So just do your research on the company. That's all I really gotta say, especially nowadays. Like, it's bad. I guess at least you're a guy, so you got that going for you. Last year's is kind of like this until I figure out the end. Oh, that's good, Spongy. There you go. Yeah, I feel like good stories either like end happy or at least meet back where they started. You know? So a really specific goal for them to run it to more emotional ministry. That's good, Kadia. Do you feel like your stories both years are kind of reflecting how you feel that year? You think? Yeah, the Switch is a mobile system for sure. I would say probably more 60-40, like 40 mobile, but
Yeah, I just don't. It's not for kids.
it's just not, yeah, you can't see a kid buying that. Like, the Game Boy was meant, you know, for kids to be able, especially the SP. Like, you could throw that thing around and it, you know, it was tough, but... Oh, that's cool, Trolls. It's true, it's just, I feel like there's not as much, like, out there for kids. I get what Gabe's saying, like, Nintendo used to almost be a just completely child-friendly company, you know? But now, since their kids grew up, they're catering to adults now, and not even so much kids anymore. He's saying they're not really developing another handheld for kids, you know? The handheld that is here that's new is the Switch, and that's mainly for adults.
And they even have like there's like a new Pokemon commercial with like kids and they're walking. The kids gotta be like 10. Like they're in grade school and they're like walking around. They go to their friend's house and they've got a Switch and I'm like, you don't have a Switch. Get out of here. What like maybe if you're rich, like a Switch is $300. My mom would have never bought me a Switch.
Yeah.
And even like I'm looking at the prices now for like when the Game Boy first came out, it was $90. And in today's standards, you know, like with inflation, it would have been 170, right?
I remember it being more than 90. My mom bought my dad, this is funny, my first Game Boy was a hand-me-down from my dad that my mom bought for my dad, thinking he'd want a video game, and he didn't, so I ended up playing his Game Boy, but I still have it.
And so like, and the Game Boy Color in '98 came out to 70, which with today's inflation is $100. So like that's a lot easier to stomach for an adult when buying their kid, you know, a thing. Especially if you're like middle to lower class income, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess like kids can still go out and buy. You've got the GameStops, but how long is GameStop going to be around? You know?
Yeah, I don't know about that either. Like physical, it's the same thing kind of with comics.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
You'll, I think with comic book stores, you'll still have like some big stores in like major cities, but yeah, like the mom and pop shops are starting to like suffer again.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so right now this looks really crappy because it is a rough. And this is how I usually do my animations. I'll just rough it out and then I'll go back over after I've figured out all the frames and then the motion and the timing, and then I'll go back over and I'll make it look like over here on the left. So, yeah, see? So what would you, if you guys agree that the Switch as a first console is a big no, then what is for them right now? And that's what Gabe's kind of saying, like, not phones, not really. Like, if you're 12, you maybe have a phone. You shouldn't, but maybe you have a phone, but there's no, like, I mean, the 2DS and the 3DS, it's like, what?
Honestly,
they're not really supported anymore.
I'm talking like 5-year-old. Like I'm learning how to speak now. I can read. I don't think 5-year-olds can read, but like okay, 7-year-old. You know, like I can read. I have a little bit of responsibility. But yeah, the Stadia, no, that's not gonna work because that's like mom and dad have to pay for a service. You know, and between that and Netflix, and really I'm the people I'm worried about is who seems to be the ones that get fucked over the most. Sorry, that get screwed over the most. And that's like.
He's very chatty today, by the way. He talks more right now than he does on his actual stream.
Well, so it's like it's the middle class to lower class to like poverty. You know, like those people. You know, those people are the ones that need the education. Whereas you know, like the higher class, like they just get a good education thrown at them. It sucks.
Okay, Gabe, chill out. I don't know why you're crazy today. You get political? You've been watching CNN again?
Yeah, but that's all. We're probably going to war soon. Just saying. But we're always probably going to war.
House hunting! Yeah, Spongy!
Yeah, nice.
Try to enjoy it. Don't let it bog you down. Sometimes it can be, like, when I house hunted the first time, I was so overwhelmed. But try to see the fun in it, I guess. But yeah, have fun.
Get the Carfax. If they have one for houses.
Oh my god.
Get the Housefax.
Did you have, like... Did you have caffeine
No,
and you
I
didn't
think
tell me?
It's because I'm probably feeling sick.
That doesn't make any sense.
And also we're talking about something that I'm passionate about.
Why don't you do that during your stream?
Because nobody's at my streams.
Oh, that's fair.
It's hard to talk to no one.
Hey, do you announce when you're doing multi-dudes, like... Or announce on multi-dudes that you're doing streams?
No, I have like 60 followers in there. I don't think that translates very well to let's see, what's it called? Mobile, or not mobile, but yeah, I
Hey,
think
Sarah!
I don't think those people on stream.
Okay, so that's the last one, that's the middle one, that's the first one. Moltar! You're here, right? Oh, Katia loves your multi-dudes.
Thank you.
Hi, Dosa Keys, Fire Seal. What's up? Which dude, Ethan? Who are we talking about? Oh, him? Oh! This is Gabe. He's Galvasaur. Hold on. There you go. That's all Gabe's stuff. And for anybody new in here, this is all my stuff.
I don't know if it's getting hot or if I'm getting sicker.
No, it's hot. Oh, good, Sarah. That's awesome. Okay. Are you gonna get or make coffee? Something?
No, right
No.
now. It's too warm for
Well, it could be cold coffee.
it.
Oh, there's a nice breeze, though.
Yeah.
Life's good? That's good, man. Aw, Serenity! Hey! Thank you for the sub! I got my shrub. Sub shrub. Nub rub. 18. Ready? Make a wish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Sub shrub nub rubs. Gotten good at saying that. Also, Serenity, your package that I have for you, I'm hoping to do that before the end of June, okay? I've got a lot of international orders I gotta get out, so I'm kind of trying to do those all in a bunch, but I still have to do your ATC too. So I think there's the commission you got on that one stream, there's the ATC, and then I think you bought the Journey June pin? No, the Pip pin, right? Is it just those 3 things, or am I missing something? I feel like I'm missing something. Aw, he streams on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. CST, so technically like 3-ish hours from now on a Wednesday.
I think I might actually start doing a lot of, not a lot, but I might start doing IG lives.
I would, yeah. Serenity, let me know before you do so I can give you free shipping on that one, so you're not paying for another shipping when I'm just going to ship them all together. Oh, 1 a.m. on Thursdays. What am I drawing? I'm actually animating my character for Journey June. And if you're interested in what Journey June is, you can go here. And it'll kind of explain it for you. And then there's a lot of other links, but that main link is the main link. Not really. One pip from Gabe. Oh, that's right. Gabe, did Serenity get a thing from you?
Yeah, I think.
For the Ain't Got Time to Bleed?
Yeah, it's
Tell us how much we owe you back for shipping, I guess.
Did she get?
Oh!
Yeah.
You got a Sparky pen?
You should want it.
Sparky pen, 1 commission, 1 ATC, 1 pip pen, 1 lid pip pen. Damn. Okay. You got it. I will get you all these things. But yeah, what you could do is add up all that you've paid for shipping already, and once I ship it, I'll let you know how much it was, and we'll just call it even if you're below it, and if you go over, I'll give you money back, okay? She got it. She got all of it. It's true. I took a screenshot of it, Serenity, but if you want to do that thing with the shipping price so I can refund you if you went over, that'd be good. Okay, so that's up there. Oh, here we go. Are you kidding me right now? Okay, so I like to use Photoshop for rough animations sometimes because I feel like, I don't know, it's pretty loose for it. My absolute favorite program to animate in though is actually After Effects, but Photoshop is nice for just staying loose and getting a really quick preview of what you're trying to do, which I like because I can do this, and then once I get it all figured out and everything's timed right, I really like it, I can export all the pings and then bring it into Clip Studio really nicely, like make it look like this, right? Bring it back, color it, whatever, and then turn it into a GIF. So for me, that's pretty streamlined because I can't really turn animation right now into a feasible, sustainable, like money source. It's really hard to have freelance animation just by yourself make money, which is really weird because if I could make it work, I think I would. I really enjoy it.
You know what's funny is really the only freelance animation that actually works is like VFX, like making menus and
Yeah.
not actual animation.
So when I'm done, it ends up looking kind of like my intro screen here. This one is missing a lot of frames, which I was like, I don't care. Just right now I needed a starting screen, so I did that for the moment, but that one looked this rough at one point. It's okay, Spongy, don't worry about it. You can come and go as you please. There was a whole part of this I wanted to do. In my head, when I was first developing this character, I really loved this idea of her collecting the dew, and I really had this huge craving to animate the dew falling into the spoon and kind of sloshing back and forth. And it was so visceral to me that I really wanted to animate it. So I'm gonna do that. Because I wanna. So kind of like how we treat Journey June, same thing with animation, just do the roughs first. Be rough with it, try not to think too much with it. Honestly, I love animating this rough because it feels kind of passionate. You can still feel like the motion when you're doing it. Then again, I've been doing it for a long time, so I don't know if other people can kind of get the same satisfaction out of it, but... And then she's gonna take that. And then this is gonna go... Oh, this is gonna be interesting. Also, where is my anchor point? Like, this is what I'm talking about. This new Photoshop update has crap just, like, nowhere. I don't even know where it is. There's supposed to be an anchor point. Where are you? Okay, so that goes behind her head. Super messy. So there's going to be an in-between, obviously, between here and here. Right now I'm just making keyframes, which are the like main motions, right? And then once I get all the keyframes in, I'll show you what it looks like animated, and it's super choppy. That's how it's supposed to be at first. And then you put in the in-betweens between the keyframes, and that's what smooths over an animation. It's actually a really simple process, but... Wait, Sarah, the last time you were here, didn't you have a completely different idea for a story? Oh, please do, trolls. So, like I said, the nice thing about it is that Gabe is a, like, 20-year comic veteran. He worked for DC Marvel. He most recently worked for Oni Press. He's got a lot under his belt, and he's been doing this for a long time. So he kind of handles the comic side of the challenge. For the people that want to do that, we always have at least one stream during June that explains, well, if you're making this into, you know, a comic, here's some best practices, tips, and stuff. I will be uploading that video from his stream on Wednesday. It was Wednesday. On YouTube at some point. So go follow me on YouTube if you want an update on that. But it's really nice because he has that side of it, and I've been diving into the kids book industry, so I've got that side of it. So like kids books / kids comics, more or less. But I don't know, he brings a lot to the table, which I think is really a nice draw to it, because it does, like, it's free. It's technically a month-long free class, and then at the end, if you do all the days and you finish all the prompts, you actually earn to watch our free publishing class that we have. We have it, I think it's like the first week of July. And last year, it was great because we showed people how to make it into a book. And Guamoza here, she made, if you want to actually throw it in, Katia, feel free to throw in your link, but she's one of the ones that actually not only finished a story, polished it, and self-published it into a physical book. So we actually show you to make it into a digital book, a zine, a staple bound, and a perfect bound book. If you want to go as far as to make perfect bound. That's money, though, obviously, whereas just making a digital version is free. So no matter how much money you have, we show you how to finalize the story you've made. So it's kind of fun, I think. We say you earn to learn, you know? You're welcome, Katia. I love that ASCII. I've never seen that before. I love it. So then I just want to make this a cute little looping animation too. So I'll have it start where it stopped, basically. I was going to have her walking to the next leaf, but I don't know, maybe. Depends on how much time I have. If anybody has any Photoshop questions while I'm doing this, let me know. I know I'm kind of whipping around, but it's like I don't know what people know and what they don't, so just let me know and I will help you.
Katia, you need to get the hell out of Texas.
I got real distracted. Oh my god. Aren't those things like 3 feet tall?
That means somebody's dead or dying.
Are you gonna die? Have you not told us you're on your way out? Come on, man.
Bad omens.
Trolls, are you in Illinois? She said big lol. Is leaving there not an option, Katia? Oh no. Oh Lord. Okay, so. Alright, I'm kinda at the point I guess I would want to loop it. Hold on. Actually, I would have this leaf probably bounce back up after she lets go of it and then come back down with a new dewdrop. I think that's cute. It's too cute. So even before I did that, I would start this where it is. Where is the anchor point? What is going on? This update sucks. Gabe, can you look that up for me?
I don't know what I'm looking at.
Photoshop anchor point new update. Or where did the anchor points go?
Anchor points for what?
The transform box. Like it's totally gone. Don't forget to save, kids. Save. Can you tell me the key combination for how I get that blue line in Photoshop and how to drag it around? You talking about guides? Like these? Like regular guides and how to snap them and stuff? Oh, Sweden. Oh man, I wish I could go to Sweden. Everybody says that it's too expensive to kind of travel to. Same with Norway. Oh, get it, Fire Seal, get it.
Hey, if they want to pay for our flight, we'll gladly go out there.
Honestly, yes. Okay, so... Oh, Serenity. Sorry, I thought it was Spongy. My bad. Yeah, so Serenity, that is right here. First off, you're going to want to click Rulers. Okay, because then the rulers here appear. And then you can choose if you want snapping or not. Snapping is like if I have something selected and I want the ruler to line up with it, it just snaps to it when it gets close to it. See that? So there's that. And then make sure Show Guides is on. That's right here. Because you can turn that on and off. So if I had a bunch of guides out here, and I did, as long as Photoshop didn't erase it, the command to hide them, you can hide them too. So, and then you can also clear them if you want them cleared. And that's here. All the guide stuff is down here. The only thing that sucks I've been using Photoshop since I was 12. Back before it was even called Photoshop, it was called Photo Deluxe. And it was made for photos. But I used it for painting. Whoa! Anyway, I remember using guides when they first had them, and I'm like, I need more than this color. Why don't they have more than this color? And I'm 33 now, So that's like 21 years later or whatever, and they still don't have different color guides. I can't. I don't. It doesn't compute. I don't understand at all. It makes no sense. Hey, trolls, that would be awesome. Hello, Sniggle. How are you? Yeah, I don't know where these, like...
Did you try doing Apple?
It's always there. It hid my Photoshop.
Did your Photoshop?
It hid my Photoshop.
Weird.
That was hide, apparently. Did you look it up?
Couldn't find anything.
What?
If you hold like one of the like function or control or option or some shit, sometimes they pop up.
This has just never happened before, so I don't even... Oh. Mushy, are you too warm? Mama's monster too warm? Oh, Gabe, look at her. Do you want to get her the cooling pad? She's probably too dumb right now to get on it. Damn, Sniggle. Was work hard? I assume that's what you're talking about, right? Okay, so goes up. And it's gonna come back down. Aw, you got your bone? She's wiggling. Good job.
Go eat it.
Like, yeah, I'm gonna eat it. Yeah. You showing me too? That's great. Good job, honey. She might be too warm. All right. Oh. And then take this, copy that, bring it down here, put it there, bring this here, do this there. I'm trying to do this without anchor points right now, which sucks because it's kind of an important thing. I don't know what's up with this Photoshop update. Okay, see, there's no anchor point.
I understand.
You didn't before?
I never use it.
Oh my god, it's so important. Because then you can drag it to here and I can use it as a joint. And have it pivot from the actual point I'd want it to.
I could show you, you could do a puppet.
Well, no, just, I need the anchor points for the future. Big time. Like, this is not just a quick thing. I need, like, I need them. I need them.
Look up how to sorry, not look up, but in wherever guidelines are, like turn on guidelines, if there's a shortcut to that. I think sometimes that makes it go away.
It doesn't for me. No. Yes, I have seen Johnny Mnemonic. I own it. I've seen it a lot.
Saw it in theaters.
It's basically Matrix 0 of 0. If you think about it. He's pretty much Neo then as well. It's slow, but it's at least entertaining. And God bless Keanu. He is a wonderful man, but he still has some acting issues that I think the world is just looking past completely, which, cool. You know, because he is a good guy, he deserves money, he deserves movies, you know, but he isn't the best actor. He's really not, but I love him.
I think he can only play a certain range.
I don't know, he was really good though, in that Winona Ryder rom-com. Have you guys seen Destination Wedding? Oh my god.
That's what I mean, he's gotta be dry or nothing.
He still wasn't, like, great in that, but he was being sarcastic the entire movie, and it was cute. Right? I will go see his movies, too. Just because he's reaching a level where he's like Nick Cage. If you like Nick Cage, you go see Nick Cage no matter what Nick Cage is in. I don't like him very much. But Keanu is kind of my Nick Cage. I will go support Keanu. Even though, yeah, you know, it's like family. You know, your family's going to go support you even if you suck. You know, if you got a good family. I wouldn't know anything about that. But I hear that, you know, you're supposed to do that.
I feel like Cage does really awful movies. And maybe once in a while it does good one. Whereas Keanu only really puts out great, like, cool movies. And then once in a while he'll do a rom-com.
We should probably put on the air conditioning. Honey, are you warm? So, do you want to get the doors, the bedroom window, and I think the game room's mainly closed, but maybe double check. It's true, Sniggle, it's pretty good. Yeah, he's in the movie with the guy from Fresh Off the Boat. It's like maybe... God, what is it called? It's maybe something? Or Marry Me Maybe? I don't know, it's something like that, but yeah, he's in that. As like a little cameo. I just think it's crazy that the past week, the internet has just blown up and like, we love Keanu, oh my god! Keanu's the best! You know, which is great. Like I said, he deserves it. He's a good guy.
You know what I think really did it though?
What?
John Wick.
Maybe?
If it hadn't been for John Wick, he would have just been Neo for the rest of his life.
I guess.
I think John Wick gave him that, rebirthed him, like showed us again that he's a badass, which is funny because it's like, I've been waiting for another like Matrix, you know, for like a decade plus.
Yeah.
And it's John Wick. If you think about it. Guns and cool gun battles.
I mean, if you thought Matrix was just about gun battles, sure.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Like, it's just, it's cool. It's got like cool action scenes. It's got great like visual effects. It's got great characters, like, weird characters. Sans existential crisis.
Okay, so already I forgot to have the leaf bounce back up right there. So in this one, the leaf needs to go... Honey, are you warm? Oh, go by the vent, honey. The vent. Go lay in the vent. Yeah, I know. Come here. Come here. Remember the vent? Come here. The vent's on. Come here, Momo. Come here. The vent. Come here. Come on. Don't act like you're dramatic. Come on. Come on. You love the vent. There. That'll feel better. The vent. I need the vent. See? Yeah. Good girl. Whenever the air conditioning's on, she goes and lays on the vent. Ugh. The lighting's all messed. Always be my baby. Thank you. Yes, that one. That's so cute, Sniggle. Oh, see, I took my eye off it for a minute, now I'm lost. Okay. So I was gonna copy... Did I copy it? No. I was going to copy it. So this one... Needs to go up here.
Hey, make me pull you in the other room.
Bruni! No. Quiet. These people came here not to listen to you barking. Alright. So then that one needs to be that one. Or close to this one. And this one. This is probably very confusing for you guys, but I'm trying to update where the leaf is because it wasn't in the right spot for the first run through where it needed to be. And this one, I swear to God, if I don't figure out, I'm gonna look for it. Give me 2 seconds. Yeah, it is Serenity, but so since I'm packaging all your stuff together, I didn't want you to overpay for shipping just in case you paid for shipping for every single thing you bought over time. So like if you've got technically like 30 bucks in shipping, but it's only maybe 15, I'm gonna refund you the other part. So just let me know how much you've spent total for shipping, because if you look back at your Etsy transactions, it should say the thing was this much and shipping was this much. So if you want to just add up all those shipping rates and then give it to me, I'll figure it out for you. I could see that, Sniggle. That's true. Yeah, everybody lost their shit. I can't believe they kept that under wraps for so long. Anchor points, Photoshop, on. Oh yeah, your anchor point reference is hidden by default. Why? Command T. That's Transformers, isn't it? Wait a minute. Yeah, it's grayed out. Oh my God! Oh, I'm so mad. That does not, look at this. Can you see this? Yeah, you can. This does not look clickable, right? Doesn't this look actually inactive? Oh my God. Also, what is up with my lighting? White balance, come on. That looks inactive, but apparently, here's my Wells Fargo junk. I don't know why it's doing that. But yeah, this is inactive, but you can click it. And whoa, there's my anchor point. Oh, I'm so mad. It's so dumb. Okay, so it's this one. Well, I found it in the nick of time. So this is what it's used for. Taking it, putting it there because that's where I want to pivot from, and now I can pivot it. See? God. Oh my word. Alright. And then in this one, I'm gonna have a little droplet start coming down. Okay. There we go. Okay. Now let's try this again. Save. I guess we're good. Alright. Oh man, this is totally off. That's the first one. No, why are these all fucked up now? Oh, now it's going backwards. Okay. Okay, so there's a point where she has it in her spoon, gets rid of it, and yo, it's back in her spoon. Incorrect. So to make that more obvious that it's empty, I'm gonna actually do that. This is not where I want it to be. Again, here's where anchors come in handy. Anchor here. Pull it up higher. I seriously use anchors all the damn time, so the fact that it was like hidden, I was like, damn you. I want this leaf to give a little bit more. No, that is completely wrong. Oh, sorry guys, okay. Check back here. I only use Clip Studio for the stabilizer. Photoshop, since I've been using it for decades now, is easy just because I know my way around it like crazy for the most part, except when they do stupid updates. But yeah, Clip Studio, I've made 2 coloring books in it now, and I use it mainly just for line art because holy shit. You put that stabilizer on 150, your lines are gorgeous. It's so worth the money just for that. That is honestly the only reason I bought it, and I know it's got a lot more to offer, but it's enough just for me, man. I don't know why Photoshop didn't try to buy it from them, the tech, because Photoshop stabilizer tool is a joke. Like, it is so bad. I don't know how it's this bad, but it's so bad. Anyway, so yeah, I feel you on the Clip Studio front. I feel you, friend. Alright. But if you're gonna like doctor prints and stuff to sell or do books, you can't do that in Clip Studio. It's nearly impossible. So if you're making books and preparing prints, Clip Studio cannot do that. Not easily anyway. There's a lot of workarounds you'd have to do, unfortunately. Beep, beep, beep. That is taking too long for me. God, I hate this line I did earlier. It's totally distracting me from the rest of the animation. Everybody's gonna animate different too, like how somebody does their roughs versus how I do them, stuff like that. It's a bit better. Yeah, the line work is just phenomenal in there. Instead of her just throwing it behind her, I kind of want her to turn her head to acknowledge it's going back, you know? But she's throwing it back and doing that, I guess, but it's okay for this. It's a bit too drastic, though. There we go. I have this settling a little bit more because it looks weird just settling and then having a droplet come down. There we go, that's better. So every time you do animate, make sure you're looking at every part at some point. So like if you're focusing on the leaf, you know, play the animation, just watch the leaf. Then once you get that to where you want it, yeah. Kind of want the leaf to be like impressed a little. There we go. Now showing this. There we go. Like that pull, you want that pull to feel right. I have this jump up a little bit. This is why you play, to figure out a bit what you want. Yeah, but see, I actually... It shouldn't be moving yet. It's a lot of tweaking. Poor Gabe's babysitting. The dog is not having it today. Damn, she sounds bad. Also, I think poor Gabe is sick. Not for print because they don't have as many options with like these hue saturations and like levels and stuff. It's not as it's more for comics because they have like manga tones and like the screen tones and stuff, and it's not so much for painting. Like the emphasis for Clip Studio I feel is more for comics and not as much for painting, where Photoshop has all these imagery tweaking things because it is meant for photography as well, so there's a lot more that has to do with like image altering that's in Photoshop, whereas Clip Studio isn't as extensive, you know. Is living near or in Chicago expensive, Gabe?
Yes, depends on what's expensive.
That's true. What's expensive for you, I guess?
You can find a spot that's...
I mean, everywhere's got an area that's usually cheap, you know?
You can find like $1,000 two bedrooms in more remote areas.
Yeah.
But, obviously Wisconsin is even better.
Yeah, I mean, if you want cheap, go to Wisconsin. We had a 2-bedroom apartment with like a garage, pet friendly, and that was like $750 a month. And I mean, it was gorgeous. It's gorgeous in Wisconsin and Minnesota. Yeah, and Chicago's good. We like the suburbs though, so Chicago for us, I mean, we're in Geneva, so it's like maybe an hour outside of Chicago. But if we wanted to go downtown, we could, but I can't speak for living in the city. Gabe's sister is a lawyer and she lives in the city. And I think hers is like, her condo or whatever is like $2,000 a month. I forget. But she has a roommate, so yeah. Like Wisconsin and Minnesota, and I feel like even parts of Illinois are just kind of diamonds in the rough. People don't know they're really here, you know? And really, it's not a bad place to live. You get all the seasons. The cold isn't that cold, you know, and our humidity never reaches Florida status. Thank God. I hate Florida. Sorry if you're a Floridian. I'm sure it is, trolls, yeah. I have no idea what it's like in Sweden. Let's see. I'm also gonna cut this down, because I was gonna have her walking, but maybe not this time around. I don't even need that much, honestly. See, but the crappy thing about making this is just that, what can I do with it when it's done, you know? It's a fun little piece that I can have that helped me enjoy my story, but for the most part, it's like, what can I do with this? It's the only sad thing about animating nowadays. It's like, what can I do with this? Well, nothing. Nothing really. This is why you slow it down. So if you want to slow it down, do that. Click here and then make it slower. I think for that one I'm going to have her starting to look up again. There we go. Is this somewhat educational for you guys? Like, you get anything out of this? Or is it kind of fun to just watch? I almost want there to be another one here. Let's see how this feels. I'll get rid of these right now. I'm gonna have this come down a little bit more as like it's heavy a bit. Yeah. And then, like I said, it's gonna slosh. Oh, and then because of that damn leaf, the same problem I had before. Don't want that to be in there. Actually, before we do that, let's do that. And we can go do this. There you go. And then we combine them. Yeah. That's good. There's actually a slowdown then. So down, swoosh. So maybe a slosh back. Yeah, screw it. Let's see how that looks. Gotta reverse them again. I don't know why it's doing this. I mean, if I wanted to play more with the weighting of each of these, I can too. So maybe this part where she goes up to that is a little bit slower or faster, and then this part, maybe this part goes a little faster. We'll see what this does. Yeah, see? Helps out a little bit. You can also put in your custom timing too if you want. But like right here, I'd probably speed it up too. Maybe here too. Let's see how that is. Okay. Let's see. Wow, Sarah, that's crazy. Oh, that's crazy, trolls. Wow. That's kind of a dream Gabe and I have, is to go live somewhere in Europe. And because, I mean, we're freelancers, we can basically live wherever we want. But we'd have to figure out how to, I guess, immigrate there. It's just fun, Katia, especially if you really enjoy animation as kind of a fun thing, you know? Like, I've always loved it. I've been doing it since I had a computer, basically. So for me, it's kind of a return home in a way, but it's just one of those things. It's like, you know, maybe you don't want to exactly draw for today, but you want to see something move, you know? It's great. There you go, Katia. We'll all go live in Sweden. How about that? Okay, so the other thing here that I could work on, secondary action is huge with animation, right? It's going to add a lot of life. So the parts of this right now that are super stagnant are her backpack and her leaves, which are kind of like a poncho. So if I want to, right here, I could have them flip up a little bit. And it doesn't have to be really drastic moves, just even a little bit. Yeah, see, even that made it look like, okay, she went up, she's coming down, so it's a little bit, here, I'll even make it a little bit higher. A little bit higher. So it's like, there we go. So there, it's coming down, there we go, and it settles, right? And I could even put like a little fold there. You can see that it's like being held up, and then it comes down. I could even, depending on the fabric, I could have it swish a little bit too. If they were very kind of light, I could have them do this, where they go back and forth, but it feels a little weird sometimes. See, that's almost too noticeable, where if you do notice it that much, it's probably not what you want. Yeah. Should go to the bathroom? When the dog gets cranky, we try to figure out why. And like this one, it could be pulled down more. If it's a little bit heavier, the fabric could strain. There we go. Maybe it does that. Yes, I know. Gabe, she might still be warm. She might just be warm. Put her on a vent. Alright, I'm not crazy about that. So I'll just try to... And when she does that, it could raise up a bit, because she's actually stretching backwards. And this could be coming back from that. Usually you'd be doing this with like, you know, somewhat transparent layers and stuff, but I'm just going with it. Sometimes I just feel like it's faster to do that, so to just kind of wing it. I think it'd be cute if she kicked up her foot right here. Let's put it back. Alright, now the other thing, like I said, that's stagnant basically is her backpack. So what I could do, I've got a bunch of options for the backpack. Don't forget to save. I could have the things in the backpack kind of slosh because they are dewdrops, you know? So, oh. I think too, Katia, especially for Journey June, this is one of those things like when people kind of start losing luster for their story or they're kind of lost or whatever, I think that's an important time for them to loosen up or to reacquaint themselves with the story or the characters or to just have fun with them. Like instead of being all business with your characters, go and have some fun. So animating them sometimes loosens you up again to be open to things and to just, you know, be more loose again. Because I feel like a lot of the people that are doing this for the first time, they still seem pretty worried. So every time I talk to them, I try to say, you know, have fun with them, play with your characters, you know, draw a couple funny drawings of them. Like I've got one of her mooning the camera, you know, it's funny. I don't know. It makes you laugh and then you're like, all right, and get back to work, that sort of thing. That's awesome, trolls. I didn't know that was an option. Oh, bye, Snig. Thanks for coming. So the drop falling out of the backpack presents a problem for the loop cycle. If I do want this to loop, which I keep having it loop, one drops out, and unless it drops off screen, it's still gonna be there. You know what I mean? So, to make it actually loop, I think once it hits the backpack, it'd be cute if the backpack went like that, but then, for all these other motions, it's just not moving. So even just moving it a little will totally help. You know, so if I just take it, put the anchor there, kind of maybe squish it a bit. Even just going from there to there. See, but that doesn't make sense. Actually, that would be static. Because her dress is all that's moving. Maybe just little motions. Really tiny little ones. Yeah. Forever. She's bad at her job. I keep trying to get across the idea in the story that she's just lucky and she keeps lucking out with all this stuff. But I haven't gotten a lot of situations yet where she can just have been lucky, but I guess the first one with her falling and then falling into a bee and, you know, doing what she's doing, I guess that counts. Actually have, let's see if we can. That looks weird. See, I feel like the bag right now would turn a little bit since she's leaning back. So maybe let's turn it a bit. thing that's throwing me off is that it doesn't move exactly. Like it does, but it doesn't. If you throw something... Okay. Yeah, I think it would do that. Alright. It's a little bit better. I think it bounces too high here, so let's make sure it doesn't bounce as high. Actually, maybe it bounces the wrong way too. That's something that always kind of gets me, is like if I bounce it the wrong way. Alright, the problem here is she goes up. Kind of want her to lean back or something with this. Let's have her... Because something has to kind of kick this back out. So we could totally do that, I guess. Have it kind of billow back down. That's kind of a nice follow through. Alright, so between here and here I kind of do wish there was a thing. Hi guys, drawing! I don't know why, but I always usually think of looped animations as load screens. So, actually, I like the idea that these... being hailed, but I don't know of who. What's everybody doing for the weekend? What's your favorite meal, Katia? Your favorite Mexican dish? Gabe's mom makes some pretty good tamales, gotta be honest. It was nice at Christmas. She made us vegetarian ones. That was really nice. Oh, that's actually my favorite. If you ever come back to Chicago or this area, it sounds stupid, but Los Burritos, they have the best chili relleno that oh my god. Like, they do a burrito with it, so they put it in a burrito, and you can put whatever you want in it, but I usually just like rice and cheese with it, and it's in there, and oh my god, it's so good, and they're the only place I know of that does it, and oh my god, it's all breaded inside a burrito. It's stupid good. We'll take you if you ever come back, because it's so good. Oh, that's awesome, Trolls. And maybe buy a house. No big deal, just buying a house. No, they're not, but I mean, it's a Mexican family that runs it, but they have to, you know, cater it to the area, basically. But it's all authentic stuff. I think they just really named it so it's white people appropriate. But it's, like, super good. But a lot of the actual authentic, like, Mexican places around here, because there is a huge community, obviously, but they have to do that. It's kind of sad. It's not like in Texas, where Texas is like, yeah, here, this is what you get. We're Mexican. We're here. You learn our stuff, you know. Up here, it's whitewashed, unfortunately. Because I was in Texas once, and I remember when I ate meat, oh my god, that Mexican food was so good. I see why you like it down there. Oh my god, that's so cool! I'm so jealous. Trolls, that's so cool. Oh my god. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with this. So I think I might do the next stage, which is refining. So the crappy thing about animating in Photoshop is sometimes the timeline can screw with your layers. Don't ask me how it does it. It just, this propagation and all these union things, they can really screw up your stuff. Especially if you're taking one layer and like moving it throughout all these instead of doing frame by frame like I am. It gets so messy. It's ridiculous. So, let's see. I'm trying to think if I want to do her, I might refine it one more time, and then bring it into Clip Studio. So, and this is just so I don't lose what I'm doing. So I'm gonna actually do naming. So this is gonna be pass 1, no, A1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, and this is A1. Let's call it A1A. It's totally fine. Okay, so I'm going to turn this one down, and then I'm just going to refine it. Now this is pretty okay how this is already, so I'll just retrace that, because in the other program obviously I'll make that the same. But now, and this is something I haven't done yet with my story, is actually had her like fleshed out a bit more. And the fact that she has like no hands is not saving the day here. So it's still gonna look rough. This is just the second pass, but it's gonna be a lot cleaner than the first. Alright. I gotta remember how I even drew these. 'Cause she's a lot more round. They look more like pants. Alright, and then she's got like this frilly shit going on here. I'm trying to treat it more like a fancy collar than anything. And then obviously I have to simplify her top a bit. Which that could maybe do. And there's these. Yeah, my hand's a little shaky right now. So that looks a bit better. I think I might even take should we ask? Yeah, just do it. Do it right now. Screw it. Doesn't have to take too long either. I mean, how long did it take me to do that first pass? Like, okay, well, I've been talking too. But you could do something pretty quickly. Especially if you've done it before, you'll be fine. Just do something fun. It's pretty relaxing, honestly. I find animation really relaxing because you get to focus on just a couple things at a time. Super chill. I don't know. I find it relaxing. Like I said, the only thing that sucks is I don't know how you can really make money off it unless you're like teaching it on Patreon or something nowadays. You know, it kind of sucks like that. Maybe I could eventually do that. That would be really fun. But actually do all of these at 40. I did. 4, 0. Honestly, I just don't want to keep her drawing her head. I find that's the one thing that I'm having trouble keeping consistent, even in the story, is her head. So if I just keep that consistent, because it's such a sphere, it's such a perfect circle that I'm like, ugh. I think I'll even give her a little bit like, yay, dinner. Absolutely. Trolls, I totally agree. One of my favorite things is when you've got that stabilizer all the way up, like to 150, and you get so used to how it works that you're pulling the line, and it's like butter, man. It's like a dance. I love that. It took a while to get used to that, though, the feeling like you're pulling the curve, but after a while, it's just pretty cool, honestly. Cool, man. Yeah, glad to have you here. Let's grab this one again. Or no. I'll have her happy for a little bit more. I think that's cute. Her head is so big. Padia, you have any cons coming up? Like, when and where is your next con? Oh, locals? That's still good, though. Staying busy, man. It's great. In Dallas and Austin. Are those good shows? Oof. Yeah, flight and hotel are usually something else, man. I remember before I got into the con life, I thought it was just absolutely ridiculous that people are paying like thousands of dollars for hotels. And now that I'm in it, I get it. It's like New York Comic Con every year. It's like I have to pay basically $2,000 for a hotel. And you gotta know you're gonna make that back, so it's like it's stressful. That's what it is. Staple. Oh. That sounds like we've got cake here. That sounds similar. Oh, San Diego. That should be cool. Yeah, Zine Fests are pretty cool. I like that everybody's just there to like basically tell everyone their ideas. So good. Oh wow, Trolls, you've been around. That's awesome. Gabe went to the French one. I'm trying to think of what it was called. It wasn't Angoulême. It was Thought Bubble. Oh, it's in Leeds. He went to the one in Leeds, and he really liked that one. He always wanted to go to Angoulême though. Oh no! Also, I think it's kind of crazy that Photoshop, when they updated, they totally, like, even told you, hey, so all your keystrokes are gone. You want your keyboard shortcuts, you know, you're gonna have to remake them or whatever. It's like, what? You kidding me right now? You guys. That's what I've heard, yeah, it's pretty good. Good for you, DHC. Yeah, Gabe said Thought Bubble was really cool. Oh, do I keep sniffing? Sorry, yeah, Gabe and I have allergies, and lately, like, it's hilarious. We'll get up in the morning, and, I also just have a raspy voice. I don't know why. It's not like I've ever smoked. But we get up in the morning and we basically have a conversation in sneezes. Like, he'll sneeze usually 3 times in a row, and I'll sneeze a couple times, and then he'll sneeze, and it goes on for at least like 2 or 3 minutes. And we usually in the summer have to take like allergy pills every day because we just have allergies. It sucks. So yeah, sorry if I sound sick. Gabe actually yesterday said he thinks he's actually getting sick. So maybe I am and I don't notice it, but we do sneeze every day anyway, so. Oh no, Serenity. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I'm sure ours has to do with pollen something. Oh. Take whatever. Let's do this, bring it down, do this. Okay. Do you have cheap allergy pills you can get, Serenity? We usually get ours at Walmart. They're like 88 cents for a giant thing of like 30 of them. It's a ridiculous, like, nice cheap price. Everywhere else is like ridiculously expensive, so Gabe always just goes to Walmart because they really do have good prices on allergy pills, unfortunately. But yeah, if I sound bad, you guys, if I'm hard to listen to, I'm so sorry. God, this is so bad lately. I should probably just be copying her feet every time because they're gonna keep moving. Oh, nice, Serenity. Good job. Good job. This part I find a little bit tedious just because I'm not polishing it, but I'm just cleaning it up from the really messy stuff. So it feels kind of useless, but I know I'll thank myself later for it. So once it's cleaned up, I feel like it'll feel better once we preview it again, but especially now that we know where all her little parts are. I'm gonna go full on squinty happy face. Let's do it. Also, once colors get involved, obviously it'll be a lot more apparent what's what. Though it is kind of exciting, like doing this cleaned up part and then previewing it and seeing how much better it looks than the last time you saw the run through. So that's kind of fun. Oh, I forgot the leaf in this one. Remember to move on. Yeah, they don't really help much. Oh no, Serenity! Honestly, you can do a really nice looped animation with just 3 frames. Honestly. This is only 9 frames. You can do a lot with honestly just 3. I mean, that one of Gabe and I dancing that I did a while ago. Like, a while ago. I'll bring that up again. Yeah, this one. I mean, that's 2. Just do a 2-frame animation. Why not? It's really fun. Just to do cute ones. I don't know. That's when Gabe had long hair and he pulled it into a ponytail. I liked it when he did that, but at the same time I worried about his hair because you guys know pulling your hair back, like you can lose hair that way too. So if you're pulling it too hard. But I say just start with a 2, you know? A little 2-frame animation won't kill you. Just make sure the characters you use aren't crazy intricate. Else you might psych yourself out. So like maybe not your fox guy or your cat girl. Alright, so this is a problem. These I should have had to move a bit. So this is actually going to change. You guys see a little bit further into her skull. Alright, that'll be better. Yep. This is only 2 frames. That's all. For the most part. I think it's either 2 or 3. I'm looking at Gabe's ponytail. Maybe it's 3. But you can do something just like this with just 2. I think I only have 2 main ones, like the up, down, that's 2, but I think I added a 3rd one for follow through. So like his ponytail and the clover in the background. But yeah, 3. 2 for the body, 3 for the hair. Pretty sure. You trying to nitpick me, trolls? Back down, son. Even if I was wrong about how many frames it was, the knowledge still stands. You could still make something good with just 2 frames. I've gone back and forth on what I want her petals to technically, or not petals, sorry, leaves to look like. Right now they look like poncho, but in this, originally it kind of looked like pants. So now I'm like at this weird stage where it's like, do I want them to be pants or what? Serenity. Oh no. Yep, no potatoes. I mean, they've got little water shines. Do those not come through, these little water shines? I would hope so. Then again, what I see in my head, people don't always see. I keep forgetting the damn leaf. do like potatoes though. Oh man, last night I baked a sweet potato. Sorry about the sniff. With Parmesan and garlic powder, basically. It was a really simple recipe. And oh my god. So good. I'm gonna cook it again tonight. No, Serenity, you're not. You're not. Believe me, it's probably totally me because I know how messy I am, so do not blame yourself on that one. I would sooner blame me than you for not, I mean, they're spheres or whatever. They're ellipses. They could be potatoes. The most popular ellipses is maybe a potato. If it's not the moon or the sun, it's probably a potato. Alright, we're almost there. And then I'll get to see what I have to fix. I didn't expect her to actually have this spoon. Like, her original design... First of all, she wasn't supposed to be a story. I wasn't expecting to make an entire story off of her. Also, I didn't know she was a her until she told me she was, so... That was interesting, because usually all my characters, for the most part, are boys. Or I like them to be, or anything I create, usually. But I guess Hazel was a woman, too. That's crazy. Anyway. But yeah, she wasn't originally supposed to have a spoon, but now that she has a spoon, like, I'm finding all these cool uses for it in the story. And, like, the fact that it'll come in handy as a weapon, too. I have some ideas for that. I've been thinking of, future prompts and what she could use it for, and I've got some fun ideas. Basically, like, using it like a lacrosse stick. And it has stones and stuff. I also like Journey June because it feels like organic storytelling, at least for me and Gabe. We don't plan our stories. Like, for the most part, we're just kind of flying off the seat of our pants every day. We'll read the prompt and kind of figure out what would be cool next. We look ahead every once in a while and see, well, this could make sense for that, so cool. But, like, we're not hardcore planning anything, Alright. Ooh, that was way off. Alright. So, now we have these guys. It's funny because animation does take a while, but so does making a comic. So, alright. Oh, come on. That was stupid. Oh no, it did all of them. Again, I need to reverse them. Let's do not the 5-second. It worked out okay. There's a couple things I need to fix, but not that bad. I'm happy with the leaf and pulling the droplet off the leaf. think adding a floor is going to actually be helpful. Oh, good lord. But that also means... yeah. So I'm going to have to color it at some point. This is where a guide comes in. So that's where the floor is, so then I know where to put that shadow. Should be bigger. Remember, when a shadow gets closer to the ground, it gets bigger. Or when someone gets closer to the ground, it gets bigger. As they go farther away, it shrinks. Is that about right there? Yeah, if you guys end up animating something, I'd love to see it. I have to take the whole animation, I think, and go like that with it, because her feet, it's like she's slightly turned to her left, and that's why her feet are higher up than the bag hitting. Hi, Ushi! Oh yeah, that potato was so good, you guys. I can't even tell you. Oh, is it? Oh no. Where? That's on purpose. Except for right here. But this is on purpose. It makes it look more like a water drop, because this is actually the part behind the leaf. But if you just meant right there, yeah, you're totally right. Nice. Good call, Serenity. Alright, so I kind of want to do that timing we had before. I think this was 2, 2, 2, 2. Maybe these are 2 as well. 2, 2, and then pulling it, I think that's when it gets slower. That should be 2. That should be 5. I like something being held a bit. Maybe that one. If I was gonna go back, I'd probably have that frame where it drops into the spoon be 2 frames of it moving down, because I would rather have it like, you know, there's not enough in-betweens there. But it's not bad for what it is. I mean, maybe they're a little bit viscous, you know. I can also put in 0.3 if I want, or 0.35. If I like it kind of slow, but not too slow. Yeah. And then maybe this is 0.3. Maybe that's 1. Let's get crazy for a minute. And see, this is why timing doesn't do everything and why you need in-betweens. It's just, since I'm this far along and I'm lazy right now, I'm not gonna go back and do, this should have more. This should probably have another one before and another one after of it just sliding in, which I might just do it. Because that's the part I really wanted to animate this for. So you know what? Let's do that. Shouldn't be that bad. So the one above it, let's have it. I kind of want that pushed down a bit more on this one too. Just a little bit. Just to show she's kind of pushing it a bit more to get the droplet moving. Zuby, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Okay. Swoop. And that might be enough. Honestly. Okay. Let's try that. Oh yeah, night guys. Definitely get some sleep. Thanks for sticking around for this. I know it's probably not the most exciting thing to watch, but hopefully it did something for you. I don't know. But yeah, like I said, thanks for coming. And thanks for the email, Serenity. Oh, thanks, trolls. I'm glad. I'm glad you enjoyed. Thank you, you too. Oh yeah, I'd love to move to Sweden, that'd be great. one's weird. This is a weird one for no good reason. There. Now it's less distracting. But oh. I'm gonna do something a little bit nutty here. Have her whole body kind of reach forward, I think. Oh, you don't even notice it. Yeah, it's got a lot of problems, but the time we did it in, it's not too shabby. Dum-dum-dum. Honestly, I think I'm gonna cut a little short. I'm not feeling so good. Honestly, I have a headache, and I'm not sure why. But, I mean, I would have ended probably in half an hour anyway. But, yeah, I'm gonna upload Gabe's comic talk that he gave on Journey June's account from Wednesday. So if anybody wants to see that, subscribe to me on YouTube. Which now, I hate that YouTube still says subscribe when it's really just a follow. And everywhere else subscribe means money. Like, they should really change it to follow. Oh, thank you, Katia. Thank you. I do want to nicely ink this, and I do want to color it, but just not right now. Maybe another time. So yeah, if anybody has any questions on Journey June at any point, feel free to message us, and, you know, we're more than happy to help out at any time, whenever you need it, whatever it is. Otherwise, let's see. Today's is Lost and Listless, so your characters should be either lost or kind of panicking for some reason, freaking out, something like that. Oh, thanks, trolls. I appreciate that. Yeah, it should be at the, like, worst case scenario, end of the weekend, if I do end up being sick. But I'll try to get it as soon as I can. Let's see what else. Gabe will be on his normal stream on Wednesday. Next Wednesday. Yeah, Katia! Good. Good. You're so good about it. That's so cool. I think that's it. We're almost halfway through the month, you guys. Woo! Okay. I'll go. Thank you so much for coming. Spending time with me, watching me toil over little things. Hopefully it was either fun or, I don't know, knowledgeable, something. I don't know. Thanks for coming, guys. Enjoy your weekend, alright? Bye!